My name's Drew Slaton. I work at Los Alamos National Laboratory out near Santa Fe, New Mexico. I'm the Director of Risk Management for the U.S. Nuclear Weapons Program. I'm working under the Associate Laboratory Directorate for Nuclear Weapons Production. I've been working with risk management around the world for quite some time for U.S. and foreign governments as well as in the commercial sector. Over that period of time, I've experienced really good experiences and bad experiences with risk management. I started using Active Risk Manager back approximately in 2007-8 timeframe. I was over in Nigeria on a very, very complicated project over there. We were able to bring together 6 different risk registers from 4 different clients that had formed a joint venture. And it was highly successful in turning what I call a Tower of Babylon project into a very successful outcome. On the opposite end of the spectrum, I've been in Afghanistan where we didn't have a bona fide risk management system, and it was extremely difficult to assimilate the information, get it passed out throughout the entire region we were supporting in country. Very challenging when you don't have a good solid system in place. Really, whenever you get all the data and you have a single source of truth, it allows you to propagate that information, and then other locations can benefit from the lessons you're learning, either things you're doing right or the things you're doing wrong. Riskonnect itself has been a huge help to me on a professional level, all the way back from the staff that they have, the support team in place to really help you put together your program and support you, whether it's technical advice or just process advice. So I think that working with Riskonnect brings a great amount of value to an organization because they've got that depth, they've got that ability to reach back into the organization and come up with solutions for you. I think one of the things that I've found working with Active Risk Manager specifically has been the ease with which users can access the data, and then we as a support team can provide that information in a usable format to our executives. That's been really, really helpful. I think the use of tools such as Risk Express is a fantastic way to reach your more senior levels of the organization, whereas the end user typically wants something a little more granular and much more detailed. Now, what I found over the years is the use of dashboards that have drill-down capabilities to be extremely helpful because it helps all levels of the organization. You can actually present it to your executives and your board at a very high level, and then using the exact same tool, just continue to drill down into that same data. For me, I think if I had to pick out a single feature that Active Risk Manager brings to me as a manager, it's that ability to have that single source of truth and be able to propagate that across the organization very quickly and very efficiently without having to do multiple transfers and data loads. And then because you avoid all the data synchronization issues that I've seen on other projects where we were not using Active Risk Manager. Yeah, one of the projects I really enjoyed working on, and it was over in the UK, working for the Ministry of Defense. And we used ARM not only for managing the threats against the program, but very successfully used it in capturing opportunities. Those opportunities fed a 1.6 billion pound cost savings initiative that we met rather easily. And so from that point on, I really started focusing on opportunity management as much as I did threat management going forward. In Nigeria, when I came into that project, we had 6 different risk registers. We had a 4-party client, and we were able to bring everything into a single risk register using Active Risk Manager. That was back in the 2008 timeframe. Most recently, where I'm currently at Los Alamos, we've taken 11 different risk registers and brought them down into a single consolidated and standardized system, which has been a tremendous help. I think one of the great challenges that any risk manager has is getting that executive buy-in and senior management support. And so that's critical to the success of any risk management program and using any piece of software. So once you get that senior level support, things start going much more smoothly. For the end user, it's actually quite simple. A lot of times I'll go into a program and the users want to use Excel because it's so familiar to them. Well, with Active Risk Manager, you can kind of bridge that gap because the interface is quite simple, But a lot of people take a consolidated or a centralized data entry approach. So the end users are kind of protected against having to actually even use the system. However, should they want the data to come out, we can use the Excel export feature, and they're right back into their comfort zone. I think the to and fro, the communication, the ability to overcome challenges is one of the great things about working with Riskonnect. It's been a great relationship over the many, many years I've been associated with their products. For me, I kind of have a global perspective. I've been in 40 countries and 5 continents around the world. I've worked in the government sector, the commercial sector, and so I have had an opportunity to see really many, many variations of risk. So reputational risk, financial risk, health and safety. I primarily focus on project execution and operations. So I see that Riskonnect is doing a great job of bringing all of that under a single roof or a single set of tools or a suite of tools that really effectively work together.